This section is based on the work and research of Joy DeGruy, PhD. Dr. DeGruy is author of Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, America's Legacy of Enduring Injury and Healing. She's also developed an assessment scale for measuring respect regarding African American male youth. Her work in this field has been tireless, and her book is phenomenal, insightful, and a must-read. Let's start with how the most traumatic event in American history has impacted an entire race, generation after generation. Much of the African American experience with regards to trauma can be linked to the effects of slavery. Yet unfortunately, whenever the institution of slavery is mentioned, we are often ridiculed for even considering that it plays a part in our current state. We hear phrases like, "get over it," or "that was so long ago." As Dr. DeGruy says, we are talking about a people who had been captured, shipped, sold, beaten, raped, and experimented on. And this trauma continued for 300 years with absolutely no help. We were then set free, but again, no help. This country must realize that if trauma is sustained, then the impact of that trauma is also sustained. When analyzing multi-generational trauma, we can consider victims of natural disasters, their families and children. Perhaps generations of people who have been exposed to war or warlike experiences. In studying these individuals and families, we know that the residual impact on their emotional and well-being is immense. To analyze and discuss multi-generational trauma as it relates to African Americans, Dr. DeGruy felt it best to start with the most traumatic event this country has ever recorded with regards to African Americans. So she started with slavery. And what she found was some of the most insightful elements to ever be documented. It seems that there is a clear connection between the survival behavior during slavery and contemporary living in the African American experience. Common behaviors that we take for granted and go unrecognized daily. These are linked to the behaviors that have been inherited from our ancestors who were in bondage. As described by Dr. DeGruy, consider the following scenario. The year is 2021, and there is a black mother and a white mother whose sons attend the same school. The two mothers find themselves at a meeting where the black mother commends the white mother on how well her son is doing. The white mother responds with gratitude, "Thank you," and she proceeds to mention the awards her son has won, accolades of his father, etc. The white mother is overcome with pride and shares her emotions with the black mother. However, she, the white mother, realizes that the black mother's son is doing well for himself. In fact, she recognizes that the black mother's son is outperforming her son. Upon this realization, the white mother says, "But your son is the one who is really excelling. Congratulations." Conversely, the black mother responds with, "Oh, but he's such a handful. He works my nerves," etc. Now, the question that Dr. DeGruy asked black mothers in her study was, is the black mother very proud of her son while she's saying those denigrating things? And the answer was always yes. See, everybody black knows that even though the mother in the scenario denigrates her son, she is still very proud. Now, let's roll that scene back 300 years to slavery and play it again. That same black mother is working in the field, and the white slave master approaches her and says, "Wow, that boy is really coming along." What is the black mother going to say? She's going to say, "No, he's not. He's stupid. He's shiftless. He can't work." Why does she say this? Because the mother doesn't want the slave master to sell her son. So, she denigrates her son to protect him. That can be defined as appropriate adaptation when living in a hostile environment, and is done to survive. Now, while the little white boy in the previous scenario is feeling happy and good about what his mother just said about him, the little black boy at his mom wonders, "Why can't you be proud of me?" The little black boy doesn't understand the secret yet, and unfortunately, by the time he comes to learn the secret, it will have already affected him and injured him. This is the essence of post-traumatic slave syndrome.